I'm the Bad 2 Bookworm, and this is my Quacky Monkey Lizard Boots. And this is my review of Star Wars The High Republic Into the Dark by Claudia Gray. Let's get this review started! Punch it, Boots! Into the Dark is the first young adult novel in the Star Wars The High Republic series. This book focuses on Reath Silas, a Padawan who isn't very fond of adventure, as the ship he is traveling on gets stranded on a space station due to a giant hyperspace disaster that impacts the entire galaxy. The station seems harmless at first, but as the Jedi explore it, they find that there is more to it than meets the eye. It holds a secret that could threaten the entire galaxy. Some other characters in this book include Jedi Master Comac Vitus and Jedi Knight Orla Jareni, who is Umbaran. They are in the main story, but they also have a side story told from their perspectives that takes place as flashbacks. Jedi Knight Dez Raiden is the other Jedi in this book. He isn't as important as the rest, but still has a role to play. Then there's a crew of the Vessel, Leox the pilot, Affie the daughter of a big guild leader who has some history attached to the station, and Geode, a rock person navigator thing who is really confusing, but also probably my favorite character in the book. There are other characters in this book as well, and at some points the cast seems a little too big, but for the most part they all have enough development to make it interesting. I really enjoyed this book. Claudia is one of my favorite Star Wars authors, and while this isn't my favorite Claudia Gray book, it's definitely my favorite out of the first wave of the High Republic books. I found that it had a few parts where it was slow, but it kept me up reading later than many other books I've read. One thing that was disappointing to me about this book was the lack of non-humans, especially since there's a fairly large cast, but only 2 aliens. I would recommend checking this book out, even if you've already read the other High Republic books and didn't like them. I've heard that some people stop after Light of the Jedi, and I understand that, but if this was you, consider giving the High Republic a second chance, and hopefully you will enjoy Into the Dark a lot more than you enjoyed Light of the Jedi. There are a lot of perspectives in this book, the 3 main ones being Reath's, Affie's, and Comac and Orla's flashbacks. First off, Reath's. This starts at the beginning of the book, when he is assigned to join his master, Council Member Jor Malley, on Starlight Beacon. When he doesn't make it there, due to the Great Disaster, he starts exploring the station that they are on, leading him to discover some of its secrets, which in turn leads to the main story of the book, which I won't spoil here. Affie joins the story along with the rest of the crew of the Vessel, when Reath and the other Jedi hire them to take them to Starlight Beacon. She later finds out that she has some family history with the station and discovers some information about her past. The flashback storyline takes place 25 years in the past and follows Comac and Orla when they're Padawans on a rescue mission that is connected with what happens in the rest of the story. We also get to see some of the adult perspectives, which is really nice because adults will usually give you a different side of the story than the kids will. I think my favorite part of the story is that it teases the dark side for future books, which is really exciting. There are many things in this book that you will love if you love the dark side and the Old Republic, but I can't mention them here because of spoilers. I really hope that the next batch of the High Republic books will dive deeper into this and maybe even start setting the stage for the future TV show, The Acolyte. I know some people were disappointed when they found out that Lucasfilm was going to do High Republic instead of the Old Republic. I'm excited to see what lore the High Republic will introduce, and I hope it will be just as good as anything from the Old Republic. Into the Dark can be read by itself, but if you enjoy it and want to know more about the story, I would definitely recommend checking out Light of the Jedi and Test of Courage as well. You don't have to read them to be able to understand the story, but they definitely add some extra details and are referenced quite a few times throughout the books. Also, if you have an especially keen eye, you might be able to spot a couple times where there are some conflicting details between the books. There aren't too many mistakes, but my suggestion to fix this in the future is for Lucasfilm to send their books out to me for extra proofreading before they are released to the public. Overall, I think this book deserves a 4.5 out of 5 and a thumbs up from Boots. I really like this book, but sometimes the different perspectives seem like they don't connect to the main story, and there are a couple parts I found confusing. This book isn't on my top 10 list of Star Wars books, but I would definitely read this again and would recommend it to anyone who enjoys reading Star Wars books. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this review, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. If you read this book, tell me what you thought about it in the comments. Or, if you have a different Star Wars book you would like me to review, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I might make a video about it sometime soon. Thank you so much for watching. Boots and I will see you next time, and until then, may the books be with you.